All right, Shalom. We'll start in just a second. Brother, you'll hand me that. All right, make sure it's live. All right, Shalom. Start this off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hakadash Shukah. Double honor to the apostles and the elders and the great millstone who will. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth. First and foremost, the faithfully elect, those slated to be saved from the destruction, foretold, prophesied to happen to America, and to all its wicked inhabitants hereof, in different parts of the globe as well, but primarily America, man. Primarily America, and those slated to be saved being none other than the Israelites. You know, and the Israelites consist of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? And the men teaching the truth across the four corners of the earth. The men teaching this doctrine, man, the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. And the men, women, and children have turned back according to their faith, or according to their heritage, according to their heritage, according to their faith. You see what I'm saying? Which is shown by their works. And you know, yeah, pretty much that's it. Now, and that's the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah as well. So with that, Shalom. All right, now getting into this, we're gonna go into how all translations, you know what I'm saying, of the Bible make sure I'm here real quick, Salakia. Salaki. Just trying to make sure I'm on here. Okay, Salaki, I know that. Make sure you can see my screen. Salaki. Still getting used to this. Let's try this now. I guess that's cool. So yeah, I don't know if I can make this bigger, but pretty much all Bible translations, Salakia. Bear with me just a moment. Alright. So yeah, man, all Bible translations are conformable to the 1611 KJV, which is this Bible right here. You see what I'm saying? But they're altered. And that goes for the ESV, the NKJV, NIV, the NLT. Don't matter. They're all conformable off of this book, man, which is known as the AV, the authorized version, which is why. Now, real quick, let's go into this word. I don't know if you can even see this, so I'm going to take myself off the screen for a second. We're going to go into that word, conformable. What does conformable mean? Conformable.
Conformable.
It says, disposed or accustomed to conform to what is acceptable or accepted. You see that? So that means if these other anything besides the NL, the KJV, the AV is not anything besides that is not authorized. So all these other translations are just pretty much they will be plagiarized. Anything outside the KJV or the AV, the KJV 1611 will be pretty much, just fake. It wouldn't even be worth dealing with. Because once again, conformable means disposed or accustomed to conform to what is acceptable or expected. You see what I'm saying? It also means similar in form or nature. So all these other Bibles, anything besides the King James Version, right, is the authorized version, in which it tells us right here. I'm going to jump back real quick to this page. So when you go here, I think I might have. No, this is it. Yeah, let me go back. It's locked. Go back. You find it. Bear with me. What is the most accurate translation of the Bible in the world? See, King James Version, or known as the KJV. It says after over 400 years, King James Version is still the most accurate Bible translation and the best on the planet. So they're gonna say crap like this, but this wouldn't be true. The NSB right here. Yeah, that's true. Because Tyndale, he translated the New Testament, which I did a lesson on already. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and go back. So all these Bibles, they're conformable to the King James. Now why? Pull myself back up. All right, and we're gonna prove that. And then we're gonna to go back to something they just said. We're going to go back to the word conform. So this is we'll start with this one. This is the NKJV, the New King James Version. So you have this one, you have the original one, right? Let me get some information in it real quick. And then you got this one. So obviously this is conformed off of this one because this is the original one. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to prove that, according to, just secular history. See that? Regular King James Version. New King James Version. Now when you go into this, this is the ESV, right? This is the ESV. This is the ESV Bible. It's a damn so-called Gideon, but it's the ESV translation. Now, when you go into this, it says about this Bible. We're gonna go to the copyright information. It says the Holy Bible, English Standard Version. That's what the ESV stands for. And ESV is copyright Crossway, a publishing ministry of Good News Publishing. Now we're gonna jump down to I'm gonna get this too. Now we're just gonna jump down to the point. It says the ESV Bible translation carries forward the historic stream of Bible translation in English, exemplified especially by the King James Version, KJV Bible of 1611. You see, in subsequent, essentially literal Bible translations. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So when you look here, you turn my light on. Should be able to see this. It's locked in. All right. So you can read that yourself. What does that say? See that? Leave it on here long enough for you to read. See that? The ESV Bible translation carries forward the historic, that's what that says, the historic stream of Bible translation. It says, in English, exemplified, especially by the, what does that say? King James Version. See that? KJV Bible of 1611. And subsequent, essentially, literal Bible translations. See that? So yeah. So this Bible is conformed based off of this. Why? So it said ESV translation carries forward the historic stream of of Bible translation in English, exemplified especially by the King James Version. Yeah, because so they pretty much follow what the KJV 1611 say. You see what I'm saying? This is how they put together this book because that's the only authorized Bible. You see what I'm saying? Which, pretty much put together by a so-called black man by the name King James. He was an Israelite. You see what I'm saying? He orchestrated about 43 scholars, I believe. But I'll bring the correct information out on that in a second. Now, I want to go back to that word conform real quick. It says conformable. It says
conformable.
Dispose of a person, or it says disposed or accustomed to conform to what is acceptable or expected. See that? So yeah, and everybody know this. Basically, they telling you ain't got no damn business reading any Bible but this one. You see that? So if you do, if you're gonna come with another Bible, it better be based off of this one. You see what I'm saying? It better be off of this one because this is the authorized version of the word of the Lord, man. You see that? So people out here, you can't even get a proper understanding of the scriptures correctly or truly deal with the Lord's word. You see what I'm saying? He's dealing with this 1611. Now, I will say it is good things you can find in different translations. They actually try to, because the reason why I say that goes into the next definition they give here. It says similar in form or nature, consistent. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna have a book of Zechariah. They're gonna have a book of Isaiah. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna have a Revelation 13 and 10. They're gonna have a Jeremiah 14 and 1 and 2. They're gonna have a Deuteronomy 28 about the curses. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna have all these things. Now, what you gotta peep about this, because I got in the sentence, I got in the definition is that they're altered. All Bible translations are conformable to the 1611 KJV, but altered. That's why they have in the second definition, similar in form or nature. Because what they do is, and that's what this book go on to say. Salaki, I should have pulled this up. So I'll let you see this. Salaki, pull it up real quick. Oh, snap. Yeah, I'm still figuring out how to use it, so you gotta bear with me. All right, but anyway, so it says similar in nature or form, right? Well, this is what this tells you. This is what this tells you. This ESV, that's what this says, man. Now watch, because what's the point of making another one if you just get a KJV? Because they alter them. It says the ESV, which we already read. We're going to jump down. It says Crossway is pleased to license the ESV Bible to the text to the Gideons, which is the people that leave these books in hotels and stuff like that. You can get them at motels, stuff like that. They give them out at schools, different places for free, and they sometimes and they use different translations. The Gideons, they just give away free Bibles. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll give you a KJV. Sometimes they'll give you you can get a new King James from them. You can get the ESV from them. They just pretty much get this word up. Anyway, it says, Crossway is pleased to license the ESV Bible because that's who came up with the ESV, the English Standard Version. You see, which is conformed off of what the 1611 say, the KJV. It says, Bible text to the Gideons, and to grant permission to the Gideons to include certain alternative readings based on the Texas receptives. Yeah, so they want to appease people. The New King James is too gory, it's too bloody, or whatever, or it's too revealing. You see what I'm saying? And I'll let you see that too real quick. And that's why this book is good to have, because people don't know this is in here. They give you straight history about, what I'm saying, dealing with the word of the Lord, man. See that? So Crossway is pleased. Try to get it in good lighting. Crossway is pleased. Slocking. It's pleased. I'm trying to let you see all the words. To, you see that say to? Yeah, to Salakia. License the ESV Bible to the Gideons and to grant permission to the Gideons to include certain alternative readings based on the Texas receptors. You see what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, all they pretty much telling you is that they're appeasing people with this, because when you go into the 1611, it's going to be exactly how the best way the Lord said it in English. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to go to Revelation. We're just going to get, some scriptures to show that to be true. This is Revelation 13. And it's fun to do. You can go to Barnes and Nobles and do this and etc., man. You can go to places, just pick up these different translations and see what they have for Revelation 13 and 10. See what they have for Isaiah the 60th chapter. See what they have for Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See what they have for Isaiah 45 and 7. Be very interesting. It says Revelation 13 and 10. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." Obviously, this is 16:11. It says, "He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." So we're gonna get like some of your worst ones you could think of and see what they do. So this the ESV. You see that? So this the ESV. And we're gonna see what they have for Revelation 13 and 10. It says, "If anyone is to be taken captive, to captivity he goes." It says, "If anyone is to be slain with the sword must he be slain." Here's a call for the endurance and faith of the saints. So it's a little bullshit like that they do. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to and let's go to Jeremiah 14 and 1. Let's go there. This shit is fun. If you have Barnes and Nobles, I dare you to do this. And you will read some ones where they cut themselves. They'll make it sound nastier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it in this one. This is 14. This is Revelation 14 and oh man, that's a good chapter to read. Revelation 14. Let's read 14 and 21. "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities." You see that? So that's the 16:11, right? Now let's go, and I'm gonna get the Revelation 13 and 10 in the KJV, the NKJV too. So this is Isaiah 14 and 21 in the ESV. And I'm gonna do a few more, and that'll be it. Let me get some history. We're gonna close this out because you can do this on your own time, man. This is how bugged out these people is. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his sons because of the guilt of their fathers, lest they rise and possess the earth and fill the face of the world with cities." See that? So they end up cutting themselves like that. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to let's get Revelation 13 and 10 in KJV and see what they have, and then I'll show you the people. So the only book we're supposed to be dealing with, is the the AV, the authorized version, man. That's the one the Lord dealing with. But you can get some things from the other ones too, because they're conformed off of this. So Revelation 13 and 10, this is the NKJV, the New King James Version, right? Yeah. It says, "He who leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints." So they left out one the same. Let's go to Isaiah 14 and 21 in the New King James Version. Because I don't understand how you get a New King James Version besides, fixing the V's for the U's and stuff like that. This is Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children." This is the New King James Version. "For his children, because of the iniquity of their fathers, lest they rise up and possess the land and fill the face of the world with cities." So yeah, man. Now we're gonna get the one they really hate, because I already know the ones they took out. They took out Jeremiah 14 and 2, which is what I was trying to get, but I ended up getting Isaiah by the Spirit. So let's go to Jeremiah 14 and 2. You should know what that say. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2. And it reads, it says, Salakia. Jeremiah 14 and 2. It says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. All right. So let's read it in the ESV. Let's see if they, if they're going to taint the Lord's word. So this is Jeremiah 14 and 2 in the ESV. Judah mourns, and her gates languish. Her people lament on the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem goes up. So they outright took it out of the ESV. You see, black is not in this book. Black is not in the ESV translation. So y'all some crooks, and you can't deal with anybody like that, man. Y'all are in the ESV. Matter of fact, let's get another one. Let's go to Job 30 and 30. Because we know what Job 30 and 30 says. Job 30 and 30 says, my skin is black upon me. You see what I'm saying? And then that'll be it. Job 30 and 30, it says, my skin turns black. So they cut themselves on this one. My skin turns black, and now what so-called white person you ever seen turn black? You see what I'm saying? So they cut themselves with this. It said, my skin turns black and falls from me, and my bones burn with heat. See that? And that's that, man. Now let's see what they got for Jeremiah 14 and 2 in the New King James. And then I'm going to get that Job 40 and 40, and we're going to move on, and I'll close this out. This is Jeremiah. When I say Job, did I say Job? No, I said Jeremiah first. Right. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2. Judah mourns in the New King James Version. It said, Judah mourns and her gates languish. They mourn for the land. And the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. So they completely took it out. They don't want you to know the real Jews and so-called black people, man. They don't want our people to know this. So that's what it means when you read this. This is where the hell we at? This is what they mean when it says conformable.
Conformable.
Yeah, it means disposed or accustomed to conform to what is acceptable or accepted. So yeah, they got a Revelation 13 and 10. He that killeth through sword. You see what I'm saying? They tried to alter it a little bit. Why? But they still conform to it because that's what's in the authorized version, the New King James version, right? Or Slacky, the King James 1611 version, the authorized version. But also conformable means similar in form. Not, you see what I'm saying, exactly it, but similar in form or nature. Consistent. That ain't consistent if you outright take the black out. You see what I'm saying, in Jeremiah 14 and 2. So y'all some crooks, man. Y'all some goddamn devils, you know? They some damn devils, man. You know? And I'm gonna move on. So let's go ahead and close out. So when you go into these different translations, they all retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a point of even dealing with them because all of the translations you read that are conformable off the King James, but they altered just to please people. And I want to get that word too. They're not, popular receptives. Texas receptives. The term Texas receptives designates all editions of Greek text of the New Testament. I don't know about that, man. Because in Greek, the color is there. Yeah, see, Texas receptives means received text. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what these people think they is really saying, but these, no, it ain't. That's we look, we get through the spirit. We discern through that. It refers to the Greek New Testament text that was used as a basis for Bible translations in Reformation period. Some of these translations accuse the Lord. See, there's a bunch of mess, man. But you know, they say this what it means, but nah, man. Okay, right here it says copies of the New Testament text lead to new published editions of the New Testament that use a more eclectic method of textual criticism. You see what I'm saying? So they changing stuff. That's really what this is alluding to. It's not hard to see, man. Anyway, this is why we don't take these other versions serious, because they all came out in the 19th century. 19th century, man. You see what I'm saying? Ah, man. Yeah, this shit crazy. It's over there for a minute. Plug right here, man. Save. Shit crazy. Save. That's the only one I need to bring up. It's watchtower. This already tell you. The Holy Bible containing the Hebrew and Greek scriptures translated out of the original tongues and with the former translations diligently prepared and revised. The text conformable to that of the edition of 1611 commonly commonly. Let me see if I can get back on real quick. They might let me back in. I'm still on. Okay, I'm still on, I guess. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Reason why we don't take this serious. I didn't know I was still on. Bear with me just a moment. My internet cut off. I guess I'm good. This ain't tripping. I'm still alive. Still on? Okay, I guess I'm still good. Alright, so with that being said, yeah, I'm still on. It's still moving and everything. Alright. Now with that being said, Salakia about that. Let's see. I got a couple more just to show you real quick. It's the NIV. Look, it was put out in 1978. It says the New International Version is in. Make sure y'all can see this. Yeah. Okay, all right, we good. Yep. The NIV is an English translation. Then I'm gonna get some off the comic board. I see brothers posting on the comic board. It says, Shalom to you, brothers, man, believers. All right. It says the New International Version is an English translation of the Bible, first published in 1978. See, it's done. It says the NIV was published to meet the need for a modern translation done by Bible scholars using the earliest, highest quality man. Nah, man. See that? So you're going to take that one serious. See, this came out in 1611. They give you the history. You can actually get the 1611, just read up on it, or you can get the Compact Bible Dictionary and give you an overview. But it's talked about in the 1611 too. See what I'm saying? So yeah, this came out in 1611, and it was commissioned in 1604. I believe 43 scholars. You see what I'm saying? That worked on, the Hebrew and the Greek. But anyway, that's the NLT. This came out in the 1900s. The New King James Version that dropped in 1982. It was published by Thomas Nelson. It says the New Testament was published in 1979, and the Psalms in 1980, and the full Bible in 1982. It took 7 years to complete. The anglicized edition was the original. You can read up on this on your own. It's the ESV. This came out in 2001. It says, Waslakia. It says ESV is an English translation of the Bible. It was published in 2001 by Crossway, having been created by a team of more than 100 leading evangelical scholars and pastors. The ESV, which we know ain't right, it says the ESV is based on the 1970 edition of the RSV, which is conformable to the King James. See that? See all these translations, garbage. You can use them because they'll cut themselves, but they're garbage, man. There's a motive behind it. It was published by Crossway, the ESV, same thing. So now that's pretty much it. You got more. The NIV, that was first published in 1978. See that? Which I already read. I read all these, I think. Okay, you got the NRSV. This was published in, what that say? 1989. See that? It's an English Bible. It says by the English Bible published in 1989 by the National Council of Churches. It is a revision of the revised. So they revised the Revised Standard Version, which is conformable. It said which was itself an update of the ASV. So all these Bibles is bugged out, man. They all go back to the 1611, man. The true word. And that's pretty much it, man. The authorized version. And this is the NAB, the New American Bible. This came out in 1986. So these people finished, man. The Living Bible, that came out in 1971. Taylor used the American Standard Version of 1901 as his base text, which are all conformed off the 1611, man. So now with that being said, I think I covered everything. Yeah, I did. So now I'm gonna show you one last joint I got, and then I'm gonna close out. All right. So yeah, you got a flashlight. Pretty much, see if you can see this. This is the Jehovah's Witness Bible, the watchtower. So this is what Jehovah's Witnesses use. See that? It's called the Red Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they use. And what does it say? The Holy Bible containing, this is why we got this Bible. It's a good Bible. The elders put us on this, the elders and apostles, at the great millstone. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, it says the Holy Bible containing the Hebrew and Greek scriptures translated out of the original tongues with the former translations diligently compared and revised. Listen, look, it says the text conformable, see that, to the text of the edition of 1611, commonly known as the Authorized or King James Version. So this is the Authorized Version, man. So with that, all these Bibles conformed off, this bad boy. And we got the modern version now. You can just get you a regular Bible, you know what I'm saying? Regular King James, you know what I'm saying? Still the same text with the pockets on the side, or you can just get you one of these, man. But brothers know this. The Lord one's been edifying. We'll go ahead and close this out. What we got right here is blasphemy of the word. That's right. They got for the Son of Man. This in Matthew 18:11. For the Son of Man, yeah, they took that out. Yep. And the NAV, they outright take that verse out. It's not even there. Yep. The brother of war of Israel. It says, this is Revelation 21. We were in on this. Revelation 22 and 18. It says in 19. It says, and if any, for I testify unto you, like unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shah, shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. Yeah, so pretty much the Lord will have to, someone will have to do that in order for that to be written. You see what I'm saying? Now I had a couple of my own right here too. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 12. And further by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books, there is no end. And much study is a weariness of flesh. Yeah, the scriptures say what they say. They can't change it, but they're going to lose sleep over it, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's, that's pretty much it. By these, be admonished. You can read Isaiah 33 and 16, I think that is. And we close out. 33 and 16. And it says, it's actually 34 and 16. It's a lot here. It says, it's a lot here. Oh my goodness, that man, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Isaiah 34 and 16. I don't know what happened. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Salaki. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. And no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Yeah, man. So the true believers. The Lord has been edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Give all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. Till next time, Shalom.